All right. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning into my video, whether you're tuning in live or you are tuning in, I don't know, like after the live. Maybe you're on Facebook or YouTube and you've run across my video. And, thank you for watching it. Okay. Um, Now, today we're going to talk about something. We're going to take a little bit of a left turn. We've we've talked about this before. Jeff and I has um, talked about this, but I think I want to drill down and give you as much detail as possible. So just bear with me. This is going to be a shorter video, so we're not going to stomp all over your time today. I know some people out there, holy crap, when they make a video, they're in it for a marathon. Like they think you have nothing better to do. But I'm pretty sure I can give you the proper information in a short amount of time so that you can just watch the video for a quick 15 minutes or so and then get on with your day. Maybe even apply some of the things that were taught here. That's my main goal. And I tell you, if you apply what I give you in these videos, you will definitely make more money. Okay. So that being said, we're almost 2 minutes into the video and we want to get going. So you're reselling products on eBay and you have over 100 listings up. And at first, when that first week, you put up those listings, first week, second week, things were going pretty good for you, better than before because you've gone over that 100 listing limit, threshold, not limit, threshold. So here's the thing. For those of you that are newer in eBay, you want to get up to over 100 listings as fast as you can. It's very, very important. But you want to get over that 100 listing hump as fast as you possibly can. Now, don't put a lot of pressure on you, especially if you're new, or on yourself, especially if you're new, because what's going to happen is it's going to build up, it's going to build up, it's going to build up. You're going to burn out, and then you're not going to like it anymore. The idea of success has now become your bully and is, smacking you around and taking your lunch money. So that being said, um, I'm going to just break this down for you. So some items sell a lot faster than other items. iPhones. I've never in my life seen anything sell faster than a working iPhone. I don't tend to do it because electronics has a massive amount of returns. So you're getting money in, you're putting money out. They're both in large amounts. That doesn't make me comfortable. In fact, electronics has the highest return rate other than any other category in all of reselling. So just kind of keep that in mind when you're picking things to sell. So now, don't get me wrong, I have sold some electronics. It's gone very, very smoothly for me. Um, but again, you run the risk of having a lot of returns. So I like to do things that I think people will search for on a daily basis. Now, there's none on my site right now. I've got a bunch to list. I just haven't done it yet. Clothing. People look for clothing every day. They look for clothing for themselves. They look for clothing to buy for other people. And yes, people buy used clothing and give them away as gifts. I know what you're thinking. Tacky. Not really. I've actually received some T-shirts that friends of mine have bought me from Goodwill. They were like Family Guy. Some of them were like the Peanuts gang. Some of them were like the Simpsons. And I love and cherish those garments. In fact, I wear them until they practically are falling off my body. So keep that in mind. And other people, they think about that too. They think about it all the time. If the item looks new enough and there are no stains or rips or tears or whatever, they're going to give it away as a gift. Okay. Now, the reason why I'm talking about this is because if you start listing a bunch of stuff that nobody on the planet Earth wants to buy, you're in trouble. And what those things are, I'll tell you right now. Certain movies, okay? There are certain movies that right now they're playing in all the streaming platforms online. Now, here's where you get in trouble. If some of those movies are streaming on the free platforms that are commercial supported or advertising supported, what you're gonna run into is you're gonna have DVDs, movies, and books that you can't sell because people are getting their fill from the streaming stuff. Now, the flip side of that coin is movies, not movies, television series. Television series are very interesting because, for instance, I'll bring up Paramount Plus. So you get a Paramount Plus account and you look at, oh, I can watch Happy Days and Laverne and Shirley. Oh, this is going to be fun. You get in there, they don't have all the episodes. All the episodes are not included. Same thing with the original Odd Couple. They don't, not the new one that just came out, the original. They don't have all the episodes of those streaming. They start out with episode 3, then they go to episode 5, then they give you episode 9. Okay, now those are all super old television shows. I love them. I collect them on physical media, um, mostly DVD, but when I can find them, I like to get them on Blu-ray as well. So keep that in mind that there are hardcore fans like me out there who want to watch the whole thing. Another good example on Paramount Plus, Beavis and Butthead. For all my Beavis and Butthead fans out there, the original show, the original one, they came out with a new one, which is good, okay? But I'm talking about the original when they would sit around and watch MTV and run about town and get in trouble. Now they're sitting around watching YouTube, running about town, getting in trouble. I don't know why I like the original so much. I just do. Don't get me wrong, the new one has merit also. But even on the original, most of the episodes are missing. Like season 1, you only get like 4 or 5 episodes. Season 2, you get 6 episodes. They're not sequential. So just keep that in mind. Think about it. I sell Beavis and Butthead DVDs. People buy them completely out of Happy Days. I did put aside Laverne and Shirley, but I have those for me. I won't be selling those. If I get doubles, I'll sell the doubles. But for the core part, those are the shows I grew up watching. Those are the shows that were on TV when I was a kid. So they have a lot of what's that word? They have a lot of sentimental value for me on top of the original, you know, comedy. And you're like, well, that comedy's campy and hokey and, cheesy. How could you like it? Like I said, this is what was on TV when I was a kid. And when I rewatch them and I hear the jokes, it's like my family when I was a child watching it and laughing together with me. It's a weird feeling. It's hard to describe, but these are things that will sell. Okay. Religious books sell very, very, very well. The Hindu scriptures like the Bhagavad Gita and the Upanishads, those sell very well, especially if you have the Sanskrit English translation. The Quran, same thing. If you have from the Arabic to the English translation, sells very well. Um, the Bible, on the other hand, if you just have like a basic black with red or gold gilded pages, and it's just basically the Bible in there, Old Testament, New Testament, those don't sell very well at all. A bunch of reasons why they don't is because they're available for free. A lot of churches give them away for free. There's a lot of religious organizations with websites. They also give them away for free. A lot of people get them as gifts, things of that nature. Those don't sell too well. However, study Bibles sell very, very well. Study Bibles, colloquial Bibles, comparison Bibles, those all sell really, really, really well. Um, but don't get just your regular standard Bibles, those don't sell so well. But the flip side of that is the antique basic Bibles. Those sell very well, especially if they're printed before the 1900s. It's like the older the Bible is, the more it will sell for. So those are the things, there's a lot of other things that'll sell. I sell Hot Wheel cars. I like to sell a lot of fun collectibles like comic books, trade paperback books, just basically almost whatever I could get my hand on. If I scan it and it's eBay sold a bunch of them already and they're selling for a decent price, I will get as much as I can. But just remember to research and check everything out on eBay to see what is sold and whether or not they're selling, how much they're selling for. If there's 25 listings of one particular book title, there's like 25 listed. They've been listed for a while now. And now you've got looking at what's sold, the sold comparisons, and there's nothing. There's zero for sold comparisons. That's when you want to the alarms go up. You do not want to buy that item. They've already have a bunch listed, and within the last 90 days, none of them are selling. That's a big alarm. Do not buy it. Do not try to sell it. The only exception to that rule is if I already own it. If I already own something, I will go on eBay to check for a price comparison to see what they've sold for. However, I don't let the fact that they haven't sold or they're not selling for very much stop me from listing it because I already own it. So I'm going to try to list it. Sometimes things that I don't think will sell, things that I don't know how to research, they sell. I found this doll one time. No, I didn't find it. It was a consignment. Someone had this doll. They said it was an antique doll sometime within the 1800s. The doll smelled like decrepit earth. It was horrible. So if you're like 20 feet down into the earth in a tunnel, that smell, that's what this doll smelled like. And it had literal dirt caked on her dress, her hair, but she was all porcelain. So her face was doing that porcelain crackle. I don't know the technical term for it. And her hands and feet were also porcelain. So it was an uncommon doll. I don't run into a lot of them, but there was no brand, there was no maker's mark that I could find. And I put in the listing, I was very honest. I put that it had dirt caked on it and everything else, and it sold. It sold. So, and it sold for like $20 plus shipping. I mean, I was really impressed. I didn't expect to get anything off it, and I was certainly glad to get it out of my house because it gave me the creeps like nothing else. So, if you already have it in hand, it's not costing any money. It doesn't hurt to list it. But try to list things that people want to buy. Try to list things that people are looking for. Anything popular, anything trending, just list it. I have a whole bunch of McDonald's toys. They're not worth very much. They don't sell for very much, but I have a couple hundred of them. So you better be sure I'm going to list them because I'm going to list them. Someone wants to complete their collection. They're willing to give a few bucks for them. I clear some space. I make a little money. Bing, bang, boom. Everybody's happy, right? Right. Okay. So this is what I've noticed. You bared with me through the whole 15 minutes, and I'm going to give you the golden nugget. Now, if you've already heard this nugget before, chill, because I'm going to break it down for you. I'm going to go into a little bit of detail within the next 5 or 10 minutes, okay? So, the best thing you can do for your eBay account is put up new listings. New listings, okay? Now, eBay has a hard time figuring out between a new listing and an old listing. But if the title is the same, eBay is going to assume it might be an old listing. So be careful on the title, especially if you're relisting something you've already had listed. Try to change the title around a little bit. But listing regularly is the best thing you could ever do for your eBay algorithm. I'm telling you the truth, man. Listing, list, and then list some more. Okay. Have this goal. Have a goal of 100 items a week. Try your very best to list 100 items a week. Now, if you're doing media, this is super easy. But if you're doing other things that require, typing and retyping and more typing, it's going to take you a little bit longer to get the listings up. But that's neither here nor there. I mean, whether it takes you 2 minutes to put up a listing or it takes you 20 minutes to put up a listing, in any one given day, you should be able to put up about 20 listings. Okay. Um, but, take into consideration your time. You're probably working a regular job. So, as hard as you can, try to hit that 100 listing weekly goal. It's not as easy as it sounds, but if you work at it, you're eventually going to get it. The reason for this is every time you put up brand new listings into eBay, the algorithm not only takes notice, but it pushes those brand new listings to the front. They all, right now, a brand new listing will get full um, priority, okay, because it's a brand new listing. It wants everybody to see it. Um, and the system will promote and push your listings, especially if you're doing promoted listings. Your eBay listing will be in just all kinds of places, especially if it's new. If you put up enough new listings at one time, eBay may send out an email to your subscribers. eBay may also make recommendations. For instance, if they bought a Disney movie from me in the past and I put up another Disney movie today, eBay might shoot them a quick email telling them, hey, you have an interest in Disney movies. This person just put up 5 new Disney movies. Have at it. Get them before they gone, that type of thing. I'm running a little bit over in time. It was a little bit more involved than I had first imagined. So it's super important if you want to be serious about reselling and you want to go from the point from being a hobbyist to a professional seller. This is a time commitment that you're going to have to make. And you're going to have to make it not just on the listing side, but also on the sourcing side. Because most hobbyists don't they don't purchase or collect or go through what do they have in storage to try to find 100 items a week. Most hobbyists and some people who consider themselves pros, but they're not, they don't hit this mark. They don't hit it and they don't benefit from it. So, if you want to get more eBay traffic, you want to get more eBay sales, the best thing you can do is put up regular listings. Listings, listings, listings. If you've got it in your house, definitely list it. If you don't have anything else to list, you really need to go out and buy stuff. But again, we're talking about garage sales, we're talking about estate sales, um, garage sales, estate sales, thrift stores, flea markets, swap meets, and stores. Yeah, even stores. I've gotten stuff from Walmart. Walmart puts stuff on clearance, and in many cases they mark that stuff below their own cost because the item isn't selling very well and it's taking up valuable shelf space. If you knew what one 4-foot section of shelf space in any particular Walmart store in the world is worth, you'd lose your freaking mind. I lost my mind. I couldn't believe it. And another thing about Walmart, they do so much business. So many people go through their stores every single day that it's like the entire population of Canada has gone through the Walmart stores. That's the kind of business they do. So when they do something, eventually when the information gets out, it becomes part of like the retail standard operating procedure. Because when Sam Walton first got, well, I'm digressing. I'm sorry. went way out on a tangent. I need to pull it back in. This isn't about retail and what an awesome, innovative job they did at Walmart, especially in the beginning. And I've worked for Walmart. Believe me, I'm not a fan. I'm really not. Ever since the old man died, the company's kind of in the shitter. But that's just my personal opinion. So I'm over my 15, 20-minute limit here. It's like 21 minutes now, 20 minutes and 30 seconds basically. So I'm going to end it right here to let you know. And I guarantee you, you hit that 100 listing mark 4 weeks in a row, and it will change your life. I guarantee it'll change your life. You'll notice a massive increase. But again, you have to have it on the sourcing side as well. You can't list 100 products a week if you only have 50 products for that week, not without going out and buying some stuff. But like I said, I've gotten, for nominal, like low money, I've gotten some awesome collections. Like there's this one estate sale. I bought up all her Disney stuff. I got the Disney little, like the plushes, a bunch of collectible Disney dolls. And I'm not talking about like the dolls from like Mattel, the Barbies. I'm talking about these dolls were made by a company called Applause. And I call them dolls because they were like, I gotta get both my hands in here. They were a good like 9 inches tall, and they were big. They had like a squishy body, but the head, the hands, and the feet were porcelain. And they had outfits on. I didn't have any if I had extra outfits for them, I would have gotten a lot more. But I got the whole collection. It was like one of those big, huge bags. I got, well over 100 items in there, and I only paid her $82. That's all I paid her. Now I had a haggle. She kind of like, she was hemming and hawing and trying to add things up. And I'm like, I'll tell you what, I'll give you $80 for all of it. She said, that sounds fair. And I gave her 420s, and I got my big bundle of bag and went out and loaded it into the car with a smile ear to ear. And I made a bunch of money off of that bag. So this is, you really got to get out there. You got to talk to people. You got to fill your store. You've got to fill your store. Okay, I'm going to leave you with that. Goodbye, everybody. I'm going to make another video for you guys tomorrow. This one will be earlier in the morning, I hope. And I will try to settle on a time slot. You notice I'm kind of all over the place in my time. I'm trying to see where I best fit in, but this shotgun video thing I'm doing is really weird, and I can't really advertise to anyone or tell anyone, hey, I'm on 5 days a week at 9 a.m. Eastern or whatever. That's like 6 a.m. my time. Scratch that. But you know what I'm saying. Okay, so I will try to settle on a time slot this weekend, commit to it, and be able to advertise a proper regular showtime for you guys. Okay. If you miss my video tomorrow and you don't read any of my emails or whatever, hey, have a great weekend, and I will see you all on Monday.